The key to overcoming conflict in the world is a greater level of social awareness. We all have our own views on things. We all carry our own unconscious biases about particular things and about people and parts of the world, and it goes on and on and on. And what we need to do is take stock. We need to step back and go, hold on a minute. Am I looking through a single lens here, or do I really care what other people think as well? That is the first step in being able to eliminate the unnecessary conflict that goes on in every part of our lives. Hi, this is Herbert, leadership and sustainable performance coach. And today I want to start a conversation for this month that's going to help us to understand that self-awareness is the key to peace and harmony. Wherever we look right now, there's conflict on a global scale. There's countries fighting with each other. There's people in your community fighting with each other. Even football teams and their spectators fight with each other. They all have differing opinions around the refereeing or whatever it is. And in the political sector, there is a huge amount of disagreement right across the world. As I'm recording this, we're about to next week go into our federal election. And wherever you look, whether it's on the television or on the spam text that I keep getting sent from different political parties, all they want to do is tell you about what they think's right and what the other people are doing wrong. So it's not a matter of whether or not we've got conflict. There's plenty of that. It's what can we do about it? You know, conflict has a major effect in every one of our lives. And if I take it into the workplace, then you will see that it reduces productivity. It creates attraction and retention problems. People are leaving to get away from the conflict. It creates unrest and therefore has a major effect financially on you and on your practice, on your firm, on your business. So the key to being able to mitigate this conflict and get some peace and harmony and get us working together again is for every single one of us to take responsibility for what our part is in that. And to do this, it starts with social awareness. You know, we've talked about before, self-awareness, which is about you. And it's about having an understanding, particularly in the context of your emotions, what's going on in the moment. What are your triggers? What are the things that you normally think about that lead you to your unhealthy behavior? But social awareness is about the other people. It's about considering what could be going on for them. And it's important that we do this, that instead of just having our own agenda, whether it's conscious or unconscious, we need to consider that every single person on the planet has their right to their opinion. And it doesn't mean that if their opinion is different to you, that yours is wrong and neither is theirs. What it means is people have different experiences. They look at things through their own filtering, through their own identity and their own conditioning. They've had things happen in their life that are perhaps different to you, and they've seen whatever it is we're in conflict about differently to you because they've experienced something different to me and to you. So to get a full picture and be able to navigate in peace and harmony, we need to firstly be aware of what could be going on with other people. In our own emotional intelligence, it's the ability to be aware of what is going on in the moment. The difference with social intelligence, it's having a curiosity to want to understand what could be going on with the other people in the moment. And to do that, we need to develop some key skills. The first one is empathy. Empathy is in short supply in my experience across the world right now. Empathy means I want to understand what you're going through. I want to see it through your eyes, through your experience, not just make a judgment about what you're saying or what you're doing based on my own. Empathy is not apathy. Apathy is at this end that says, I don't really care about you or what's going on. It's not sympathy, which is on the other end of the scale that says, oh, look, I really feel sorry for you. No, empathy is that beautiful sweet spot in the middle that says, hey, I don't know what's going on with you right now, but I really would like to understand. I value the fact that you have an opinion, that you have an experience which is different to mine, that's formed your opinion, and therefore let me try and understand that. It says, I value you as a person. It's not just all about me. So empathy is extremely important in being able to get this peace and this harmony that we all so richly deserve. The second thing is situational awareness. We need to be able to understand in the moment what's going on in a situation. We need to be able to read the current. We need to be able to read, if it's in a group, the power situation. We need to look at who's influencing who, and we need to do what we can do to understand everything that's going on. And to do that, we need to be present. You know, a lot of times I find in my own life that I'm in my own world and I've got my head down, my tail up. I'm just doing stuff. I'm getting it done, right? It's all about me. And this was a serious issue that I had that was pointed out to me, by the way, by several people during my military and corporate careers. I was just focused on being the best that I could be and didn't really care about anyone else. And that's great to get results, but it's not if you want to enjoy the process along the way. So to have situational awareness, you need to be present. You need to be able to be in the situation. You need to have a wide-angled view rather than just a narrow view. You need to use your peripheral vision. You need to hear what's going on. You need to feel what's being said and what's not being said. And you need to be able to have conversations with people so that instead of thinking that this is what's actually happening, you find out what is really going on and you see it through their eyes and through their perspective. And the third element of social awareness is service orientation. This is where everything that I do as a leader is about serving someone else. And inadvertently, what I get out of that is I get my own results as well. But taking my eyes off me and putting them on you and serving you with what you need, giving you what it is that you need so you can thrive, so in return, I get what I want as well. Seeing everything that you do as an act of service for somebody else. So there you have three key elements of social awareness. The key to peace and harmony in your home, in your workplace, in your community, and across the world. So what I'm going to do this week is drop some short videos again and step through each of those three and go a little bit deeper. But I want you to join the conversation. I'd love to read your comments. I'd love to communicate with you and have a dialogue around how you see that you could do things differently and be more socially aware. I'll see you then.